Hello, welcome one day here at Esports Live International. As you can see, I'm all alone, but because last week was the last program of Carmen, maybe in the future we will see it again. I hope so. I cross my finger. But for now, you have to hold with me. And I hope you are really excited because we have an amazing guest today. So first of all, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Yasmina. I'm an intellectual property lawyer. But here you are not here to listen about law. You're actually here to learn about our amazing guest. And I'm going to welcome here Óscar. Thank you so much for coming here.
Thank you. A very good presentation.
You are an amazing guest here. I'm really excited to have you.
I'm not sure, but thank you.
Please trust me. Even if I'm a lawyer, you can trust me.
Okay. I'll try.
So please, Óscar, if you can introduce yourself in a nutshell.
Okay. I'm Óscar Gutierrez. I have been programming for 12 years. I'm a Unity developer. And I started to make design and program games by myself. And then I joined small teams and then bigger teams. And then I started to manage these teams. And now I have a company that makes video games.
That's true. That's a lot of story here. I think you will have to explain step by step how was it, because as a programmer, why you decided to be involved in the game system and in the esports industry.
Well, I have been always in love with video games. I was a professional chess player before.
Okay.
And I was traveling around the world playing tournaments, even a couple of world chess tournaments.
God, please tell me that you went to Russia.
No, I haven't that luck to went there, but I traveled around the world to many places. I always I feel that to put my creativity in other places than chess. So I decided to move to programming, to design and program my own games. And so I started to I don't know why, but suddenly I decided to study programming, and it started.
And you survived. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And how was your experience? Because you were a programmer, then you were an entrepreneur, and now you have these Metaworlds that we will talk about it later. But how was this experience? And also, I would like to know your role in each experience that you have previously.
Yeah, well, it's quite complicated because I have passed for many phases. I have been involved also in eSport competition before.
Okay.
Even before eSport as we know now. With World of Warcraft, when World of Warcraft, yeah, when World of Warcraft started, I was part of one of the better guilds in Spain, and I was also a raid leader in World of Warcraft.
Really?
So yeah. So well, it's just the conjunction of all my passion and all the things I have done, competition, management, making and being in charge of a guild. Now it's similar with my company. So it's just all the experience I've had all in playing. now I have this experience in my company.
Yeah, I see that. And actually, because I always love World of Warcraft because I think it's the perfect place to hang out with your friends.
Yeah,
And I think
definitely.
somehow Metaverse is going to be like something like that, but
Yeah,
earning money.
yeah. We are trying to to achieve that.
Well, of course, I think people will love to know about how was Metaverse. So, of course, the first question we have to start is what encouraged you to create Metaworlds?
Well,
A
many
tough
things.
question, I see.
Yeah. Indeed, because it's a mix of personal feelings and opportunities. Well, MetaWorld is our actual company, but we have another company, Fire Emblem Games. Is the evolution
Okay.
of Fire Emblem Games. So we founded Fire Emblem Games 5 years ago or so, and we started to make video games, and we made a Kickstarter campaign and other small video games. And MetaWorld is the evolution in in the biggest sense of the word. Is just a bigger company. It's the evolution of our mind, of how we see all the industry of ourselves. Also, we we have evolved. So this MetaWorlds company is the new generation of the last company, a new way of making games.
I love it. So it's like we can say as a 90s kid, like it's the Pokemon evolution, the
Yeah,
super one, the greatest
yeah,
one.
yeah,
And I would like to know before we start into Metaworlds,
yeah.
but um, for you, how Fire Emblem? Uh,
Fi-
sorry, I say Fire Emblem like a game, right?
Fire Emblem, yeah. No, it's okay.
So I wanted to know, it's like for you, how this development change into this metaverse? How was the course of action in this case? If you can tell us a
Yeah,
little bit the story.
yeah. The main reason of making this new company is the change of philosophy.
Okay.
With all the changes in technology, we thought that we need to evolve in our idea of making games and our idea of how we present to the people and what we offer to players. So we decided to give players more freedom, uh, another layer that is new technologies, NFTs and blockchain. For that reason, for that main reason, we decided to move to this step of MetaWorlds. MetaWorlds is created to, as the name itself, to create new IPs and create new worlds so people can enjoy and be lost, quite lost in these new worlds, and be part of them.
That's a great. And actually, the next question that I'm going to ask you is in relation with this,
Yeah.
because I would like to know why, as you said previously, it was a change of philosophy.
Yeah.
But because I feel like you have to be very courage, or you have to have a lot of courage in order to go into the blockchain NFT sector, especially when you start, because it is still something new,
Yeah.
something that not a lot of people are doing.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know what encouraged you to decide to go, well, okay, we see this opportunity, we can do something much bigger here. Why you decided?
The main reason is we truly believe that this technology that is quite unknown for the people, it's really good. So we have to show people that this technology is really good for player. It's really good to give freedom to them to make a circular economy, to make asset for them, to give them digital property. This technology, the blockchain with NFT, is the way to go. It's different, it's new, and we really believe that it's good. But as you know, there is a lot of misinformation around the internet. But we really believe that this is a good opportunity and a good technology, and we want to work with it.
That's so nice because, as you say, we were talking previously before the audience know that I think that sometimes it's not so in the technologies, but it's the people who are surrounded. So it's really nice that you take this challenge in order to show that there are projects over the world that is going to be nice. They're going to be really good.
Yeah.
So I'm curious. Why you decided to name your company Metaworlds? How this name come from?
Well, it's become mostly my dear friend, an associate if Metaworld. He has a very creative mind, so he always has wanted to create many worlds. So that's our idea. We want to create many worlds, and in the future, same with virtual reality, the metaverse. So we are in this direction. So we want to create many worlds, and we want to step up to make in this direction of technology. So the conjunction of these two things was bring to Metaworld. In fact, we are working in our first world that is under the brand Chili Cheese.
Really?
Yeah, we are working with Team Queso. It's a very famous eSport company. So we are working with them, and we are making our first world together.
Oh my God, can you spoil more about it? Oh, because I imagine there are non-disclosure agreements over there.
Yeah.
But okay,
well,
so
well, we are working with them. We are very happy. I think they are too. So well, we are making our first world, and we are making our first game. Soon will be revealed more.
I hope so. So please, guys, if you can take an eye of Metaverse and follow them in order to see what's going to happen, please do so because I will do it. So we are talking about
Yeah.
Metaverse all the time, but we are not going to the product.
Yeah.
So I know I have a lot of questions in relation to blockchain. So, but first of all, I would like to know the product itself. So if you can tell me what is Metaverse, what you can do inside this game.
Yeah. It's not only what you can do in this game. Our mindset is mostly the same in all our worlds. Is the best comparison is traditional card games, for example, Magic the Gathering, or some stickers. When you play, you have fun, and then you own the cards, and then you can do whatever you want with the cards. Okay, I can sell, I can give, I can do whatever I want. Our mindset is more or less the same. In our products, you can play and earn, no play to earn. It's a little different. Most of the games that are play to earn are based in economy. It's just you have to play and you have to pay probably, and it's not based in fun. They are not really making games. They are making economy machines that someone, well, most of them loses and someone wins a lot of money. We want to create games so players can have fun, and then they can own something in return. It's our way of see things.
Okay, so that's actually in relation with the following question, that is, what makes Metaworld different for all the companies? Of course, you have to share your product right now. You can in a nutshell, but you did already, but you can
Yeah,
sell it more.
well, uh, aside of that, I think our mindset is different, but also Metaworlds is different in the way we do things. Our way of work, the freedom we give to the people that we work with. Um, we believe that with we give more to the people, then the people will return this well-being to us. So we are working really hard to make a very good team in all ways. So I think it's really different. At least it's different of all the companies I have worked. I really wanted to be different, so we are we are putting it in practice. So all I think all the relation with your team members is also important. And sometimes big companies forget that, and
That's true.
we think it's crucial to all people be happy, work together. We are in the same boat. If they fail, we fail, and vice versa. It's so I think it's that could be the main difference in in the sense of the company. And also we are all players. We have yeah, we are all players, and also we have all compete at very high tournaments in different games, from Magic the Gathering, chess, Counter Strike, League of Legends, most of them. So we have really a broad game category to share with all the people that is working with us in expertise and also in the competitive scene.
I like it. And also, I think it's a great idea, the project that you have. And I think it's necessary to have more games. Of course, in esports, we're going to talk about LOL, CSGO, but I think it's important to have more variety of them. And this is a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And but okay, so I think I'm going to go to the more business questions, and it's more related with the business model that you're following,
Yeah.
because I found quite interesting to see how you, because I never have the chance to have a developer here, so it's great to have you here actually in order to see how it's backward, like how it actually works in out the stage, because normally we see the product, but we don't see how is the work behind it. So I
Yeah.
would like to know that.
Well, our business model is basically to create new IPs. So we really think that a good product needs a powerful IP behind to support and to give sense to all that you do in the product. So our model is to create these worlds, these IPs, and then sell to others or build for others. Is our main business model. Also, we will build our own worlds and see what happens with them.
That's true. That's true. And what will happen if, I mean, there's any control inside these worlds? I mean, or it can be whatever the players want.
Well, and that's a really good question, because one thing we have very clear is that feedback is very important. We have the luck that we are not so big, so we can hear people, and we can take action of what we are doing. So we really appreciate and evaluate all the feedback that players give to us, and act according to this feedback.
I love it. I hope the audiences listen to this and they make you more feedback. For my chance, I would love to have these Metaworlds and have the opportunity to have. I don't know if it is inside the game because I didn't have the experience before, but to go to a bar and even if I play and I earn things, I would love to also have like chat with my friends. Oh, okay, we have a question here. Okay, I'm going to read it. Hey, Oscar, are you going to implement virtual reality in your game in order to have a beer with your friends? And of course, actually, it's a connection over here.
Well, in this first world, no, but for sure in the future will be. It's nothing. It's better to share a game with a friend. Yeah, that's all everyone knows this.
It's because when you were talking about World of Warcraft, for me it was
Yeah,
like that to have this gathering with friends. So that would be amazing to have that
yeah,
in Meta Worlds.
definitely. And being part of a World of Warcraft guild was of my best experience in gaming, even in life.
I think that's important. You know that sometimes parents they don't understand these games
Yeah,
and they feel like, no, you have to
they
go.
don't. They don't. They don't. I can assure you, they don't.
For example, I remember that with my parents, like when I was hanging out with my friends in World of Warcraft, and for them it was like hanging out with them physically, and it was like, no, I'm hanging out here. They are far away from here, so I wanted to hang out with them, but they didn't have the consent. For them, it was like our girl is doing something strange. She's not a normal kid here.
Yeah.
But sorry, I will try to go again with the questions. And in this case, okay. So I have to think. Okay. Yes, because you found it close to the pandemic, actually,
Yeah.
Metaverse. So how was this experience for you guys? Because it has to be pretty. Of course, they are always telling me that esport and gaming is virtually, but they have some challenges, of course.
Yeah, that was really rough for us because we started our company like 3 or 4 months before the pandemic, and this is fun because we just hire an office and
Oh
hire
gosh.
10 people, and then we have to shut down the office in the very first 2 months, and we spent a lot of money that we really don't have so much, and also we have many negotiation with investors that was frozen, and was harder.
And how you survive? Because you are actually here. You are a survivor. So I would like to know your secrets here.
Our secret is resilience and hard work. It's just the secret. You can work hard as much as you can and try to be as strong mentally as you can. It's the only way to make pass all the bad happens.
Well, we will take that into account, and also to have a great product. I think that. And also, I would like to know because with Metaverse, maybe with this pandemic, it will somehow encourage more people to actually get involved in this war because it's like, hey, we can be. Of course, it's something that we have always have in video games, but you feel like the pandemic will increase this opportunity for Metaverse and somehow.
I'm not sure. Maybe yes. We want to think that that's true. More people are using internet or some new technologies. The world is evolving so fast. Children are learning with iPads, so many people are more conscious about sharing experience with friends on internet. So for gaming, it's good indeed. More people are playing in cellular and in PC, and all the industry in general. Gaming are increasing every year.
That's amazing. So I hope so. I hope so because, of course, the pandemic has bring us some negative side, but at
Yeah,
the same time, it's not so bad. For
yeah,
example, teleworking, I like that concept. I love it. I can be more time with my boyfriend and my cat, so
yeah.
I'm happy about it.
Well, sometimes it's hard also to not be in near
Yeah,
touch
that's
with
true.
people. but yes, there is a lot of good things of teleworking.
And also now I would like to have another question. In this
Yeah,
case, some anecdotes that you can share with us, some success cases that you would like to
yeah.
share. Well, of course you share the 10 queso, but you can do it again. Don't worry.
Well, we are really proud about the Kickstarter we made. His name was Amber. We really worked hard during pandemic. All the staff and all the team was amazing. So this was a really proof of what we can do, what world we can create. And in fact, many people was interested in Amber. Um, for that reason, we evolved to Metaworld. Yeah, because many investors and many people got interested in Amber. Um, I think that's anecdote of the pandemic. We really got to that point that we create a world that is Amber. So, well, there is it.
That's true. And also, because I would like to know what kind of advice you will give to someone who would like to start in this industry, and especially when we were talking about play to earn, blockchain, these kind of games, because I feel like a lot of teams, for example, in esports, are like doing a lot of NFTs, and sometimes I think they don't quite understand what the
Yeah,
concept is, and there is this misconception about play to earn. I think there are people who doesn't really fully understand the opportunities that can bring us. So I'm sorry, I'm doing a general question over
yeah.
here.
Well, my general advice for all the people that are interested in making games and this new technology is start step by step. It's really important. Making a video game, it's hard, it's complicated, involve a lot of more things than you can imagine, more people that you can imagine. If you want to make something not even bigger, just a medium product that involve much more work that you can imagine. So my general advice is start little by little. Everyone that really put the effort can do it, but only if don't set a ultra difficult goal. It's just okay, I can make this little step, I make a little game, I can start to learn about NFT, blockchain, and all this stuff. But if someone wants to start with all this mixed together, probably it's gonna fail.
That's the problem. I think that sometimes maybe you have to have a plan and
Yeah,
focus on that.
yeah.
And I think we have more questions from Inglis. So thank you, Inglis. I love that you're doing questions. And he has another question. Could the players create wars like Tatooine? Oh my god, that's a copyright thing.
Well, um, in this first world that we are creating, it's a closed environment. But for example, in Amber, and that was the Kickstarter project we made, the players had the map creation tool that obviously we know that players and all the people in general love to do it. So as players, we love to give that tools to people. This one and other many tools that players love, but sometimes companies don't know or don't want to know, don't know why.
That's a tough question. We don't know why. And we have another one, and it's like me. You wanted to know more about Tinkeso. I'm very curious about your experience with Tinkeso. Could you share a bit of it? Come on, Oscar, share a bit.
Well, actually, we are working with them in our first game. And all that I can say, it's good things. They are wonderful professionals, and I'm very happy to work with them. Not only in the part they are very good at eSport, as you all know, they are very smart, and they are really easy to work with them. So I really appreciate because of their position that could not be that way, but I'm really happy to work with them. It's easy and they are really good professionals.
I'm really happy because I think Thinkers is one of the teams that take you want I don't know how to say, like they saw the opportunity of play to earn games and they say we can do this, we can
Yeah,
do it a competition over here. So hearing from you that they're actually working with you guys, it's amazing and talks more about them positive than the
yeah,
other teams. Of course there are a lot of other teams that say yeah metaverse, but I think they're like we're going to see what the others do and see if they fail. And if they fail,
yeah,
we can
yeah.
learn really. But Team Castle is like one of them that go full of them.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
entirely.
They are really brave, and I appreciate that. All the all the confidence they put on us. So I'm really happy.
And now I have another question. Okay, this one, if you can answer it to me, because I'm really, really curious how it works, the blockchain technology with your game. Because of course, I imagine the part of programming, but how you incorporate blockchain technology, like, of course, it is a technical question. Maybe we don't kind of follow all of it, but in a nutshell, because I'm really, really curious about it. I don't know how you incorporate it.
It's really hard to understand how
Okay,
it works
don't worry.
technically, but uh, for us and for the players that play our game, is like playing the same video game that they are used to. Suddenly, someday, they have that sticker, that card, and they have in their pockets, virtual pockets,
Mhm.
of course. Um, but the rest is the same. We don't have the philosophy. We are not working with token. We have not
Okay.
talked about tokens, but we really believe that tokens, in the sense that other games are using the tokens to balance the economy, is the thing that is killing them. So
Mm.
we are not working with token. We are only working with NFT. NFT is just a digital property. It's not good nor bad. It not affect the economy. It's just a digital asset. So in our minds, and how we put this layer is just the same game. So sometimes you have things in your pocket, in your virtual copy.
That's true. It's like, for example, when you go to a game and you have this sword or something that
Yeah,
you acquire and you improve it. So I
yeah,
feel it like it will be something like this.
yeah. You have in the game and you have in the pocket, and you can do whatever you want with it.
I love it. And actually, I don't know if you heard, Oscar, and if you have an opinion about this, but recently, for example, I heard about Anxi, the
Yeah,
game that actually they have a problem with the. I think they were a breach of security
yeah.
or somehow. And I don't know if you can explain why this happened. It could happen in this Metaworlds or what it's different. If you can, because it's a new question that I come around because I'm thinking this security
Well,
thing.
and it's really hard because all the companies have to face this problem. Hackers are really good, so
They're
it's
always good.
really hard to fix all breaches. It's really hard. It's hard to assure that never in time one hacker will go through it. So obviously, if your market is based in more speculation, more token, or more like a candy for a hacker, is it's they are more willing to try to hack your system. um, for that reason, we want to create systems that are not so polarized in one way. Building if you have a little redistributed all the economy in people, in the company, in NFTs, in the game, it's not so easy to at least to make a really big damage.
Okay.
So but I'm not expert in cybersecurity. I don't know how it happens. I'm afraid of this. So we have some cybersecurity experts. And maybe another
That's
day,
important.
yeah, maybe another day we can call them and say, hey, how really it works, this stuff.
We will bring it to the show again
Yeah,
so they can explain it. Oh, we have more
yeah.
questions here. So, what do you think about the potential of the metaverse for esports learning industry? Ah, that's an interesting question here. Thank you, Miguel.
Yeah. Well, I think all this new technology brings a lot of new possibilities. E-sport, learning, all in general, but people are eager to find new games to play, to spend their life and take something in return, to make the game a living. So this metaverse, it's only bring more and more opportunities. As more worlds we create, more people will be willing to join us for sure. And for that reason, that we think this all this thing will be expanding over the next years. We have to create a solid base in the term of the company and also in the competitive ecosystem. Many companies don't have the expertise
That's
in
true.
making this tournament, this competition ecosystem, because it's not easy. It's not easy, but we have we have the luck that in our company we have live and play and be in touch with many competitive systems, even create a system before. We think we can create cool things.
That's a great, amazing. And I see all the opportunities that we can find
Yeah.
here. And actually, the next question is in relation with this. So, how you feel it will be the future or the evolution? Oh, thank you so much, Miguel. If you have more questions, please
Thank
go
you.
ahead because we have to take advantage of Oscar. But thank you so much for your question. And so I would like to ask you, Oscar, how you see this industry that is evolving, this NFT, this metaverse, this play to earns, and of course, I would like another question in relation with this. Like, do you feel like we are? It's like the teenager, state is the childhood state of this industry, of this narrow industry.
Maybe we are in baby stage. Yeah, I think this whole NFT and blockchain ecosystem will be in waves. There will be a high peak, then will be fall down, and then will rise again. Until the companies will find the best choice or the best way to make good products for them and for the people. But I'm sure that in the future, and it could be other way, uh, many games, if not all, will have blockchain and NFT because it's really an amazing technology. Is I can say more, but this technology is really good. Uh, Obviously, if you use this technology bad, it will result in bad things. But the technology itself, it's really good. If you think just like the technology, it's something digital that it's like a paper in your house that okay, I have this house. It's the same but in digital. Okay, I have this thing, this digital object. That's not bad. That's good. In fact.
I think the same. I think that there is something good about it, and we have a round discussion. I think it was a few weeks ago, and it was quite interesting because they were saying that this technology helped to have a democracy in somehow,
Yeah,
so we
yeah,
can have it involved in the game. So
yeah.
I hope Metaverse is going to be like a democracy
Well,
with that.
Well, we are trying. We are definitely trying to make our best to make this technology good for people. Well, we will see.
I think you're succeeded so far, so don't worry, Oscar. We will see more things, and we will catch an eye. And I will ask the audience to follow you in social media and everywhere, and LinkedIn and Twitter and so on, so they can follow the project and see how it's going to grow. Because I
Okay.
think it's going to be pretty good, and I would try myself as well.
Thank you.
And I would like to see. Okay, we will see this narrow sector, and now I would like to see how you see it with the esports industry, because we, as you say, Thinkcast is one of the teams that are actually involved in this sector. But you feel like there are going to be more of them that will try.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I as chess player, I have played a lot of tournament and being part of many competitive ecosystems. So I always think that video games lack this kind of web of tournaments or interaction between players, because it's good to play against other in the way of League of Legends does, or Clash Royale, or whatever esport that is famous. That is really a long way to go to make it successful. For me, there is key part that makes quite successful, but it could be more interesting for players. So I think in the future, and we are trying to do, is this competition ecosystem will evolve. Many people will take part of this. For that reason, more esports will rise and will take these new formulas. For example, we are truly believers that the competition is not only for the pro players, it's for everyone. And sometimes it's hard to make enjoyable the competition for people that are not so good. But
true.
that
Like myself.
yeah, but that people really enjoy competition, but they don't enjoy the injustice or the rewards for the effort and time they play. So uh, there is need to be a balance in this way, so you can create a better competitive ecosystem.
So I hope that's evolve, and we will see more. I think so, because as you say,
Yeah.
there are a lot of teams that are actually seeing this opportunity. So we will see. And now we will have to focus into the future. What you can reveal us about 2022?
Yeah.
For a moment, I was going to say 2020. I was like, no, 2 years of my life disappear.
Well, we are focused now in this game we are creating with Thinkcastle and this world. Soon will all the social media will be full of,
Oh my
of,
god, I'm
of
so excited.
yeah. It's programmed for the next month, I think. So to start revealing some things, and we are focusing in that, and we want to publish this first game in the Q4 of this year. So
Great. I
let's
love it.
see if nothing happens in the world, because you don't know
Oh
today.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
I think that all of us, we are really tired of living historical moments for
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Oh my god, we have another doubt from Inkele, so thank you, because we actually are at the end of the meeting. But another doubt: whatever I obtain in the award of Metaworlds can be taken to another world. Oh, nice question. I like it.
Well, that's really a hard question, because we don't have all the worlds built already. But we know something for sure, is that all the games that share the same world, you can share the objects from one game to another game. and that's really a very good improvement to many IPs. So all the games, all the things that you have in one game, you can instantly put in other games of the same world. And probably there will be utility tokens or utility NFTs that could be shared between worlds.
I love it because I really like the question of Incubus, and I'd
Yeah.
love to know, Oscar, because we always talk about interoperability, and now this it's quite nice because I think there are not so many games who have it.
No, we don't know anyone.
That's so great. Okay, you have something unique. You have to sell it.
Yeah. We are trying to do that.
And last, we have our last questions.
Okay.
Unless someone want to appear or something, I hope so. So, of course, we are talking about the esport industry. How do you foresee it's going to be the future of esport, at least in a couple of months? We know already that it's going to have something with Tionquiso, but we have to wait for that.
Well, sport in general will rise each year, each month, because more people are watching them, more people are interested in them, more people are living from them. So they will keep rising every year, and as long as there are very good games that support them, like CS:GO, League of Legends, Clash Royale, even minority ones like well, I mean, Hearthstone is it's a leader, but well, there's a lot of people that play. They will rise for sure. The sport, I think.
Okay, so we are actually ending, but I have another question for you, and it's more Metaworlds where I can play it. So I can play it in the PC, or on there are all the platforms that I can access it. Like for example, can I connect with my phone?
Well, we have an internal discussion with that. I want to our games be played in all platforms, but for now in this first world we are focusing in cellular. So the first game will be for Android and iOS. I don't know, maybe if this works, that will be playable in PC also. I really want it, so I try to convince my partners.
Hashtag please be convinced.
Yeah. We want to play on PC.
Yeah, I love PC more than phone. That was why I was asking. Like, there is another platform.
Yeah.
And also another question, but because I'm really curious, because I think Includes mentioned it before, but I think the virtual reality. You see it? Maybe the future we can have a Metaverse in augmented reality. I don't know.
I really will love that. The problem is technology is quite deficient right now for our standards. So maybe we have to wait. I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I'm not sure, because we really. We are not so perfectionist, but we have a high quality standard, and actually virtual reality is not so good to represent what we want to create.
No, as you said, because I feel like Metaverse, because I don't know if you read Brandon Sanderson. I'm really a nerd of that.
Well, I'm trying to read, but but I have 2 children, and with
No, I understand you then, because I feel like Metaverse is like a smear that is this fiction reality that have Brandon Sanderson, that you have plenty of words and in a universe. So I feel like it.
I'm trying.
Don't worry. But thank you so much, Oscar. As if nobody have more questions, but I have to say there was really nice because the chat was asking a lot. Normally they don't chat and don't ask so many, eh? So Oscar, you have to be really special here.
Well, thank you, thank you.
But thank you so much for coming here to have this interview with me and explain me a little bit about your project, because I found it fascinating. And please, all of you, follow him. And in Twitter, they have LinkedIn, they are so on, and follow Metaworlds, because I think there is an interesting
Yeah,
project.
yeah, better follow Metaworld because I'm not very active in the
Okay,
social
so
media.
follow Metaworlds. So thank you so much. And if you have wanted to say something, that's your moment.
The only thing I could say is that we live to make people happy, and we want to make people happy playing. If they enjoy and earn something, that will be the best for us.
That's amazing. So thank you so much, Oscar. I'm going to put you down and I will close the program, but please don't go. So thank you. See you. So that was for all. Thank you so much for your questions. It has been really amazing, and I learned a lot, not only for the question that we made, but also for you guys. Thank you so much for being so active. Thank you, Uncle. Thank you, Miguel. It's been really amazing, and I hope we see each other the next week. So please don't forget, we have Esports Business Live for the entire week. We have corporate, we have marketing, we have top tier. Thank you so much for the amend, Miguel. It has been really nice. And please don't forget, and if you like our content, please thumbs up. And we see each other for the next week. So I hope you have an amazing week, guys. And goodbye.